Hello everyone, Psybermon Gaming is proud to present you a Resident Evil Village speedrun. New Game Plus, any percent, glitchless, sub 2 hours. What that means is that I will not be using any glitches. I will not be starting from the very beginning. This will be a new game plus. I will be using an infinite ammo weapon to make this speedrun as fast as possible. Sub 2 hours means that I will be trying to accomplish this in less than 2 hours. As long as I do it in less than 2 hours, the challenge is complete. Now, last night I did a practice run, and I will post a screenshot of that time. Now, we're going by the in-game time, and my in-game time was 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds, as you can see from the screenshot. So, I am going to be attempting to beat my personal record today. This is not a world record. This is not an attempt at the world record. This is a casual speedrun. Emphasis on casual. Now, I will not be able to get up to use the restroom, so I have already mentally, physically, and emotionally prepared for this. I've eaten, I've used the restroom, I've got drinks nearby. That way, if I'm riding an elevator, I can just hop on the elevator. If you haven't played this game already, elevators can't be skipped. So you have a few seconds there to where you can, grab your drink, take a drink real quick, and then get right back to it. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, the in-game timer will tell us exactly how far we've come and how quickly, and then at the very end there will be a screen that shows the amount of time it took to complete. Now, this is a speed run, so I will be skipping as many cutscenes as possible. I'll be running a lot. I'll be avoiding a lot of enemies. Just be doing everything I can to make this as fast as possible. Now, some of you might not like the idea that I'm going to be using a new game weapon with infinite ammo, but that's the category that I've chosen to complete. So we're going to make it as easy as possible on ourselves and just try to get the best time possible. I'm not a very experienced speedrunner. This is actually only my second attempt. Well, actually, third. Second recorded attempt at a speed run. If you've become a subscriber to our channel, you may have already seen the previous speedrun video. It was a Lemmy only speedrun, and it took 2 hours and 46 minutes. It was a speedrun from start to finish. It was not New Game Plus. it was also glitchless, and the restriction allowed me to only use one weapon, and that was the starting handgun, aka the Lemmy, L-E-M-I. That video was essentially casual as well. It was not a serious video. It was just my first attempt at a speedrun. This video is a little more serious. I would really like to beat this game within the 2-hour time limit that I've given myself. I've already proven to myself that I could do it, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue. The only thing I'm worried about really is my controller. I've been having some issues with the L3 not wanting me to run, or not wanting to let me run. So many animals in the house, it's been hard to keep nice things because they knock everything on the floor, tear everything up. But my wife loves them, so oh well. Now, I watched a guy last night do a speed run. I don't remember his name. He's not familiar to me. I like watching a lot of Squilla's videos. He's a speedrunner for some of the games that I like to play. Bloodborne, for example. But this guy claimed that he had the world record for Resident Evil Village. I believe it was 1 hour and 26 minutes was the claim. And I wanted to watch the video and kind of get an idea of what kind of strats he used. And as it turned out, he was actually using glitches to skip certain parts of the game. And that did not help me at all, because I do not want to glitch through any part of this game. I want to complete all of the bosses and areas. Now, I will not be picking up any items or exploring or anything like that, but I will not be skipping any bosses, that's for sure. And I don't have anything against glitches. I just personally, well, at this moment in time, I can't do it effectively, but I also don't want to do it for personal reasons. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, you're using a new game weapon and that could be considered cheating too. Well, that may be true, but I don't think so. I had to do challenges and make enough money and get enough challenge points to be able to get the infinite ammo, get the weapon upgraded completely. It was a lot of time, a lot of gold, a lot of effort put into earning these things. So I earned them, I'm going to use them. That's the way I see it, at least. Now, if you guys have any suggestions for other videos, other speedruns, anything like that, or just content you want to see in general, I mean, that's fine too. Just let us know in the comments section below. Let us know on the Facebook page. Message me personally. Most of my subscribers right now know who I am. So most of you can message me personally. And while I'm on the subject, this video was actually a request from one of our subscribers, so I'm just going to go ahead and give him a shout out right now. Thank you, Red, aka Cody Myers, for not only subscribing, thank you for suggesting that I do the speed run that I'm doing right now. So just a little shout out to you. Thanks for being one of the first subscribers. Thank you to all of our subscribers so far. I believe we're up to 29 or 30. I'd have to go back and check things out just to make sure I'm giving accurate information, but I'm not going to be able to do that during a speed run, obviously. Now right now what we're doing is just killing these guys and wasting time, because this event, I believe, is actually just timed. It's triggered by time. There's not really anything you can do to speed it up. And you can fight, or you can run, whatever you want to do. Now, these arrows that they're shooting at me are actually a good sign that the time is starting to run out, or it's halfway, something like that. So I'm just going to attempt to keep killing these guys and then kill their boss when he comes out. But you actually get an achievement for if you can do it. You have to kill 30 of these lichens, and then you have to kill their boss, Urius or Odius. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but he's the big wolf with the hammer, or the big lichen with the hammer. And we will actually see him momentarily. That's him. And he's dead. So we're gonna grab his money. Unfortunately, we got chewed on a little bit right there. But it's okay. The cutscene should be fast approaching. Now this weapon, I don't know if you've noticed, has pretty much been one-shotting all of the lichens. It's a very powerful magnum called the Strike. I believe the maximum damage is 4,500 damage, and of course I got infinite ammo for it, which is really nice. Without this weapon, I probably wouldn't do as well on the speed run. There we go. Triggered the cutscene. Go ahead and skip. Now up here there's another cutscene with the old woman. Now, if you've played this game, you know who that old woman is. I'm not gonna avoid any spoilers, because if you're watching a speedrun of this game, you've probably already played the game, or you don't care to spoil it because you're either not going to play it, or maybe you just enjoy watching people play video games instead of actually, you know, playing them and discovering them for yourself. So I'm not going to avoid any spoilers, and this is your only disclaimer. So if you're worried about spoilers, go ahead and exit the video now, play the game for yourself, and then come back, watch this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell, like the video, whatever you want to do. Because we could really use your support. Trying to get her to open the door.
This way.
Now you can't run ahead of her because she will. Alright, triggered the cutscene. I'm gonna go ahead and trigger this one. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the truck key and the screwdriver. We need both of those things. First, the truck key to start this truck and get out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and skip. Skip. I'm not that kind. I'm gonna go ahead and skip these cutscenes. Now, that's Louisa's house complete. Again, no glitches. We're just gonna run as fast as we can, kill as fast as we can, get through all the bosses, have a good, chill, casual time running through this game. Alright. So that was a cutscene of Mother Miranda attacking one of the last villagers alive. Sorry if you're missing out on cutscenes here. This is a speed run. It's not a walkthrough. It's not a let's play. So now that we've got the Maiden's Crest,
Guess this leads to the castle.
and the Demon's Crest, we're going to go ahead and head up to Castle Domitresk. Not going to waste any time. This is one of the longest parts of this game, is trying to get through this castle. The next longest part, I believe, is Heisenberg's factory. Heisenberg's factory takes a long time to get through. I think it's even longer than the castle. It feels like it, at least. A lot of places you can get turned around in the castle, though, so you really got to pay attention to the items you're receiving. Stuff like that, because if you pay attention to the items and you pay attention to what's going on around you, you won't ever really get lost. Because a lot of times there's a door, there's something, an item, something that unlocks or opens up or leads you to another place. You can always find the way to go if you pay attention to the stuff you pick up and your surroundings. That was actually one thing that had me kind of stumped last night. Just wasn't paying attention to my strats. It was during the Moreau encounter, before you've drained the water, and you have to raise platforms in order to get to where you need to go. And I raised the platforms, but I wasn't doing it quick enough or in the right order or something. And fortunately, I did not fall into the water, and I was not killed by Moreau. It actually took me only 12 minutes to complete the entire area, including the boss fight with Moreau. So it was a relatively quick run through the area. Now, I will not be talking to the Duke at all through this entire playthrough. I'm not going to be buying anything or selling anything. There is actually nothing at all that I need. I likely will not have to heal at all. There's no reason for me to. I shouldn't be taking really any damage. So that's the cutscene. We're gonna skip. Basically what's happened is that Lady Dimitrescu, Lady D, the big lady, whatever you want to call her, her 3 daughters have captured you and of course hung you up on meat hooks. The daughters are basically insects that resemble carnivorous flies, and they mimic humans. Well, I wouldn't call them humans. I'd say they mimic a humanoid creature, and they feed on flesh. There is a diary somewhere in this game that explains that they are similar to blowflies. I believe blowflies are also a type of carnivorous insect, so that's the wine room. Not paying attention here. I'll put the maroon eye in where it belongs and trigger a cutscene. Hit that. Now that door that we just passed was the Dimitrescu crest door. There's quite a few of them down here. Now I do want to mention something about these falls where people are falling down shafts and going down stuff. You can apparently quit out of the game and it may shave off a few seconds of your time. Again, I am not well versed on how those strats work, so I'm not going to attempt them. I'm just going to do what I know how to do and try to beat this game in less than 2 hours using the in-game timer. I saved myself just there because when I attempted this speedrun last night, that enemy actually caused me to stagger and lose some time. So this is a boss fight right here. I'm gonna go ahead and skip. Should be able to kill her in one hit. And what we want to do is we want to get out of here as quick as possible. We don't want to spend any time wasting any time. Sanguis Virginis, the Virgin's Blood wine. We're going to take that upstairs to the wine room that we talked about before. That's the courtyard. We'll be going back there later. And very quickly, I'm going to go ahead and unlock this door. Because later on when we come back through, we're going to need that shortcut open. Go ahead and drop this wine bottle in. I'm going to go ahead and grab the item in here. Should be the courtyard key. Again, this is where your game knowledge comes in. You find these items, you know where these items are located. We're going to go down here and we're going to be interrupted by Lady Dimitrescu. Or, not Lady Dimitrescu, her child. What I'm going to do is make my way around and use that shortcut that I opened up, keeping her off of me, and head right out to the courtyard. I'm gonna bust that window. Her daughters are very vulnerable to the cold. As you saw during the first fight with the first daughter, the window that was busted out was actually allowing cold air to come in, and that cold air was actually causing her daughters to become weak and susceptible to bullets. You're crazy, lady. We're gonna go ahead and let all this blood drain. Get the hell out of this room. There we go, that's what I want to see. No ladders, just dropping. Now if you kind of have an idea about where these guys are at in the water, go ahead and destroy them because they will get in your way. It's worth it to just move them out of your way instead of trying to run past them, because they will try to grab you, and that can take seconds away from your speed run. Now hopefully I can accomplish this. I'm not going to say it's an hour and a half. I will say that it's probably going to be under 2 hours. That's the most likely time for me. Now we've got the Dimitrescu key. She's going to drop us back down in the basement. She's going to cut our hand off. She is very fast. Apparently she can teleport because she threw us all the way down here in the basement from one of the top floors, and now we're going to try to escape, and she ends up right here behind us. Alright, she's just cut off our arm and thrown us away like trash. I'm going to try to get her, to the best of my ability, I'm going to try to get her to stay down on this end with me while the door is opening. That way she doesn't get in our path whenever it comes time to go back through the door. Okay, so was not successful, but I did manage to get past her. See, she teleported, apparently. And we are going to head out here, grab the Mask of Sorrow, and be taken right back up into the courtyard. Unfortunately, you can't skip the elevators. This is a cutscene where Ethan reattaches his hand using only chem fluid. Chem fluid is pretty magical stuff. It actually sews up your clothes too, so Ethan swears by it, I will too. Then again, Ethan is a moldy bastard. So check it out. The clothes have been sewn up, the hand is back reattached. Now we are going to head straight to the Domitresque door. Open it. Go ahead and clear the enemies while we're waiting. Alright. Now we should wind up the Opera Hall. And we are looking to get the iron insignia key from this piano. Now we're going to go up to C, G, B, A, D, C, D, E, E. That's as quick as I could probably do it while talking. And the iron insignia key is going to come out here. We're going to unlock this door in the corner of the room. We're going to have an encounter with Lady Domitresque. As soon as we see her, we can start running the other way. We're going to go back up the way we came, and there will be a door directly across from where we came through here. Go ahead and open it with the iron insignia key. Here we encounter the second daughter. Open up the ceiling and kill her. And we should be able to exit safely.
I'm sick of bugs.
Me too, Ethan. Me too. I'm gonna grab the Mask of Joy. Unlock this door for later. And head out here. Now, if you've got good timing, you should be able to hit this bell. Probably gonna screw me out of some seconds here, but got it. For me, that was the hardest bell to hit, so now we're gonna go around here, go upstairs, and just above, hit that bell, hit the last one right there. Now the painting is going to open up, allowing us to move forward. Alright. heading towards the attic, if I remember correctly. We are going to get the Mask of Rage from the bell tower, or the belfry, possibly the belfry. Not 100% positive. I know I said I wasn't going to pick up any items, but I am still working on that challenge where you get 8,100,000 Li in your inventory. So if I do have an opportunity to pick up money while running, I'm not going to go out of my way to do it, but I will pick it up. I'm actually very close to achieving that goal. Last time I checked, I think I was around 6.7 million out of the 8.1 required to get the achievement. Now, we're going to head over here, grab the Mask of Rage. Now, don't worry so much about these Psyomka or whatever they are. They can't really do a whole lot to you. Actually, your best bet is to probably just kill a lot of them and then hit the ladder. Take the elevator down as quickly as possible. Now, since we are on the elevator, I'm going to take a swig of beer. Probably will grab that gem real quick because I guess I missed. Never mind. Alright, we are going to take this shortcut that we opened up, go directly up the stairs. Now, back before where we entered the door, where there was a maroon eye, we are going to go ahead and go back through that door and use the Domitresque key to enter these chambers. Now, we picked up the Mask of Pleasure. I am going to go ahead and equip the rocket pistol because I need the explosives. Then I'm going to switch to my Magnum, kill the daughter. Good to go. I'm going to grab the animal skull, go ahead and examine it, get it undone here so we can use it. Good deal. We'll be well on our way. Now, put the animal skull where you got the mask. And you're going to want to head out, but not too quickly. There we go. Want to get away from her as quickly as possible and not waste any time. We're going to go Mask of Sorrow first. Should be Mask of... Oh, Mask of Pleasure. My bad. Mask of Joy. And then Mask of Rage. Maybe one of these days I'll get it right. There we go. Now I was able to avoid her, thankfully, which did not waste any time on our part. I'm going to get this knife, trigger the cutscene. Not going to watch it, obviously. But this dagger, a little bit of information about the dagger. The dagger is poisoned and causes her to be susceptible to damage. So we're going to try to play through her cutscenes as much as possible. Try to trigger the destruction of this castle. Just gonna keep her on our tail. There we go. Now it doesn't do much good to damage her because I mean, you can damage her right now, obviously, but don't waste all your ammo if you don't have infinite. Because when her cutscenes trigger, from what I've heard, she will actually reset her health. Okay, here's the cutscene. She will actually reset her health back to what it was during the cutscene. And of course here, this is the final stage of the battle. You want to kill her and all the bosses as quickly as possible. We're making good time. Alright, so she is dead, and we want to get out of this cutscene as quickly as possible. They give you that item. You pick up the flask from your daughter. And we are going to head straight out. Now, I will do one time check. I say one. I have been accidentally checking them occasionally. But I'm going to do one purposeful checkpoint as far as time. And that will be right after the fight with Moreau. Now, last night, right after my fight with Moreau, which took, like I said before, only 12 minutes. I was at 1 hour 17 minutes. And for some reason my game does not want to load my inventory. So we lost a few seconds there. I am playing on PS4. So that's probably the reason. I'm sure if I was playing on a PC that I would be going a lot more smoothly through the game. Now this door is taking forever to open. I noticed last night that the guy that was playing had no problem with this door opening up. So I'm under the assumption that it's just my console. And honestly, I don't really care. Like I said, I'm not after a world record. I'm gonna shoot that guy so he doesn't jump down on top of me. And then I'm gonna proceed to the next area, which is actually the house with the red roof, or the red chimney rather. House with the red chimney that the Duke tells you about. Go ahead and get this cutscene out of the way. I don't know if it's my PlayStation or what, but skipping the cutscenes is also delayed. Now, the house with the red chimney is right there. It's going to be real quick getting there. We're going to go inside this house. Make our way to the back door that's locked. I'm gonna open the yard up. Open this bookcase if it'll let me. Kill the lichen. And we are going to head straight for that. I'm going to enter the code. 07 04 08. You can find that code by peeking out the window. I'm going to go ahead and grab the money. Now, I'm going to go ahead and kill these lichens because I don't need any interruptions. Go ahead and use the jack handle to get through here. Stupid jump scares. They're not even that scary. Now I am going to kill this big guy. He's an iron insignia key. Try to get out as quickly as possible. Go across here, jump down, head up the ladder, and down into the house because the front door is actually locked, which we will actually unlock from the inside. Kill this guy so he doesn't screw with us. Get the key. Combine it. Alright, so now we have the four-winged key. I swear most of this game is spent actually unlocking doors and riding elevators. Now the Duke wants to talk to us, but it's not going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and skip. Screwed up my skip there, which is fine. It's not going to shave too much time off. I could probably save time some other places. I'll save some time during Moreau. Last night I killed Moreau in like 3 seconds. I'm not going to save much time down here because Donna is not someone you fight with your guns. If you haven't played this game or watched gameplay, this is a spoiler. She was infected with the Caddo parasite created by Miranda, and she is able to spread her Caddo through her dolls. Now, she is also able to cause hallucinations through flowers that have been planted in this area. I'm not sure if it's these purple flowers or the yellow flowers. I can't remember what the diary says. There's a diary in the gardener or a grave tender's house there back on the right hand or left hand side. I can't remember which one it is, but basically she is causing me to hallucinate and see Mia and Rosemary using the plants. So everything that you see me do from here on out is a hallucination. And the fight with Angie, which is Donna's favorite doll, is actually a hallucination as well, because you're actually fighting. You're not really fighting Angie, you're fighting Donna, and she's causing you to hallucinate. We're on an elevator, so I'm going to go ahead and take a swig of beer. I'm drinking Guinness Black Label. I like a lot of darker beers rather than light beers. Guinness Black Label has been one of my favorite since before I could even drink. Since before I was old enough. Back when I served in the Army, some of my fellow soldiers took me out with them to the bar, and I was just 18 at the time. Or no, I was 19. I was 19 at the time, and they basically told me at the bar that if I was old enough to serve my country, that I was old enough to drink. And surprisingly, they told me the same thing at the gas station when I went to buy cigarettes. Which, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I used to. I have been smoke-free for about, I'd say, maybe 4 or 5 months now. Now occasionally, if I'm feeling a little nicotine, I might get a Black and Mild. I feel crazy just sitting here making up conversation in my head. If I had more subscribers and the ability to do so, I would probably set up some kind of game chat so that I could talk to you guys and interact. While it might set me back some time on my speed run, I think it would be definitely worth it as far as conversation. And I would not have to talk nearly as much as I am. There could be times where I'm actually like more silent. Now you don't have to interact with this doll completely. There's only a few things that you actually need. The leg on her left, the arm, shoulder, bicep, whatever you want to call it, on her right. You need the mouth. And you need okay, real quick, 052911. Go ahead and get that unlocked. And go ahead and unlock that door. And we're gonna head down to the closet. Well, I say closet. First door on the left that pops open. It looks like a storage room of some sort. In here you'll find the music box from, I'm assuming, Ethan and Mia's weapon, which I can't believe I just did that. Winding key is what we need. We're going to move some things around here. Oh shoot. That's not right. There we go. I just did this last night. I should remember that. Cat litter box over in the corner on the left. All these cat litter boxes and no cat litter. So now that I've got the tweezers, I'm going to go ahead and access the mouth of the doll. The doll's mouth has a strip inside it of film. We need the tweezers to get it out, according to the game. But I really think that we could have just stuck our fingers in there. Here's Mia again. Hallucination. This game, you know, can be scary, I guess, the first time you play it around, but I don't know why I always crouch here, but it's Monkey Book Rose, Music Box, Wedding Ring. I actually saved some time right there doing that, saying it out loud. Unfortunately, we can't skip the video. Now we're going to open a secret passage that's behind the screen where the video is playing now. And in there we will find a pair of scissors. And the scissors we are going to use not only to escape this portion, but also to open up the bandages that are wrapped around Mia's chest. Well, the doll. Now, I know you hear that phone ringing, and you'll be tempted to answer it, but there's no point. Okay, that was bad on my part. I should have paid more attention. We're going to use the scissors to open this up. I do save time by not answering the phone. Now that's what we need to open the door. Three blind eyes opens the door. Now the well is at the bottom of these steps. We're going to climb down the well. Unfortunately, we can't fall down it like we did in the castle, where we fell down instead of using the ladder. But there is a key at the bottom of this well. It's the fuse box key, breaker box key, whatever you want to call it. So when we get to the top of this, back out, all the lights are going to be off. Again, this is another hallucination. This hallucination is pretty terrifying. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can hear the baby's screams, but this baby is a figment of our imagination, and it's going to show up in just a second. There it is. Okay, so now that we've triggered the baby, we're going to run back around in the opposite direction, back through this kitchen lab area right here where the sink is. Come through here, and you remember the crawl space where we got the scissors. We're going to go back through here, and we're going to grab the relief of a child, and we're going to go back through the same tunnel. But now this might be, we might have to stop here for a second and wait on this goofy looking baby, but I promise you it's worth it, because if we had gone all the way back around, we would have met that baby. But this baby is going to turn right back around and go the other way. And as soon as she does, we are going to head for the door that is the first door on the left in that hallway where the baby is headed. So we're going to go ahead and leave now. Should be safe to do, as long as we... I don't know if you saw it, but Angie is sitting there in the corner, right there. I'm assuming she's watching this whole fiasco. Now this is another terrifying part. We're going to have to take the fuse out of the fuse box, turn our flashlight back on, and head out. Now when we're headed back upstairs, that baby is going to come after us at 90 miles an hour. Like that. It's a jump scare. I'm used to it by now. I know it's going to happen. Pro tip. Do not hide under, or not, do not hide in the closet. Your flashlight does not turn off. And I'm not certain that you can escape the baby very quickly or at all if you are in the closet. Under the bed, you turn your flashlight off. Very easy, much quicker to escape. As soon as the baby heads around the end of the bed, I'm going to take off. Yes, very good. Baby is very upset that you are hiding from her. This baby thinks that you are its father, and it desperately wants to eat you. We are desperately headed back to the elevator to get the hell out of here. The trick with the elevator is to not look. Do not look behind you. And you will see why momentarily. The lights will flicker on the elevator, and you will see the problem. The baby was right behind you. And I'm pretty sure if you had turned around, you would have gotten eaten. That baby would have ate you. Now is our fight with Donna and Angie. You can hear the bitch laughing. But remember, we don't have our guns. So, we're going to trigger the cutscene. And then we're going to head straight upstairs. She's going to be upstairs. Here she is. Go ahead and stab her the first time. There we go. Now, in the file about Donna, it said that she was mentally ill. She had the capacity of a child, I'm assuming. But we're going to head straight back to the den. She's not there. So we're going to turn right around. And she's right here behind this. Now, I was getting ahead of myself, not really paying attention, but you can actually look through that and see if she's there and keep on walking by. But usually the last place she's found is right here. Now, I can't say that for Village of Shadows. Village of Shadows makes things a lot more complicated. There's a few other places she can be. There's a hallway behind me that she can be hiding out. And the fight was a little slower, to say the least. I'll go ahead and combine these keys. I'm not going to pick up Angie because I'm trying to save some time here. Go ahead and pull out my strike Magnum and head for the elevator down. I swear, unless you're looking right at the thing, it doesn't want to activate. Another speedrun strat here, like this elevator has 2 doors, on the way up here, I kind of screwed up. That door we came through, we should be going out this one. Just pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to, you know, locations of items, and especially the key items. Resident Evil's puzzles can be challenging, but they're pretty straightforward mostly. You pick up an item. The item has a crest or an insignia on it, and then the door that it goes to also has the same crest or insignia. For basically every door that key opens has the same insignia. So just pay attention to little stuff like that. If you're not into speedrunning, take your time, play the game how you want to. It's not going to hurt anything. There are still some strats that will help you defeat the challenges. There are challenges for beating the bosses in a certain time limit. I think you have to beat Moreau within 1 minute. You've got 5 minutes to beat Heisenberg. You've got 1 minute and 40 seconds to beat Angie, or Donna, rather. And I think you've got like 2 or 3 minutes to beat Lady Domitresque. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock this door. There's gonna be a cutscene with a large biomutant. And you can skip, which I am going to do. Immediately shoot to kill. Not even going to bother picking that up. I don't need it. We're just going to head straight for Moreau's area. It should take me about 10 to 12 minutes to finish this area. Just going to ignore the pigs completely. We don't need to save, it's not necessary. Just going to head straight for the elevator down. Now if you'll notice, there are ropes and leather things to my right and not to my left. So when we come back up this elevator, we're going to be exiting that way. Now, I like having my back to one wall and holding backwards on the run. That way, if the door is behind me, I'll just go backwards and I can do this. But if it's forward, then I can just change direction and go forward. Better strategy would just be remembering which way you're supposed to go. But I've actually had a lot on my mind recently. I've been going through a lot mentally, and the only thing that's been helping me out is making these videos for you guys and having your continued support. So I'm going to keep making these YouTube videos, and if you guys will just do me the biggest favor, do yourself a favor. In the words of DJ Khaled, do yourself the biggest favor. Subscribe to my videos. Subscribe to George's videos. Subscribe to the channel. Psybermon Gaming is here to entertain you. Hit that notification bell. You'll know anytime we put out a new video. it'll come straight to your phone. It'll let you know, hey, Psybermon Gaming has got a new game out. Anyway, enough of the sellout stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and go back here and get the yeah, see, I don't like ladders. We're gonna grab the boat key. As soon as we grab the boat key, there's gonna be some lichens trying to chase us down. You don't have to engage. I killed the first one, so he didn't trap me. Just climb the ladder back and head out. Now, there is a little boathouse out here, and there's a lichen on the roof and a lichen in the house. To be safe, I usually kill the lichen right there, just so he doesn't jump down on me. But we're relatively safe from the one in the house, so we're just going to jump straight into the boat and head out. Now this is probably, aside from Donna, this is probably the easiest fight. The Moreau boss encounter is the easiest encounter you're going to have. I'm going to trigger a cutscene here with Chris Redfield. We're going to skip it actually. And we're going to head towards these windmills. And we're going to try to cut the power back on so we can open the sluice gate, drain the swamp. And that's not political by any means. We're just going to get Moreau into a weakened, not really a weakened state, but we're going to fight him on our own turf. Dry land. We do not want this guy to have the advantage in the water. So basically we have to get this windmill running again. The crank on this windmill does not work. I'm going to go ahead and skip past it here and jump down because I hate ladders. That saved me a few seconds. I'm going to go ahead and get moving here. Moreau come through, let him go through, cross the bridge. Now, walking through the watery bridges is kind of slow, slows you down. Go ahead and hit these two, create another bridge. Moreau will come through and knock it back up. We're gonna head up here, push this. Now this next part is actually the part that tripped me up a little bit last night. So we're just gonna be patient and do what we're supposed to do. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this lever. It's gonna allow us to access the rest of the bridge. And it's also going to let us do what we need to do for progression. So we're going to hit the blue on the way through, hit the orange next, we're going to hit the blue again so we don't fall in the water. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to wait until they drop. I'm going to hit the blue, I'm going to hit the orange, I'm going to hit the yellow, and then I'm going to run. And we did it right the first time. We don't have to worry about redoing it. We don't have to wait on anything. Now we're going to go over here. It's going to trigger him. You do not want to be on the bridge when he's coming through. Trigger him a second time. Back up. Let him do his thing. And then we're good to go. Just hang tight. push through here. Go up top. Push this down. We're back where we started. The switch is down there. But instead, this time, we're going to let Moreau come through. We're going to jump down. Shoot our way through that. Now I will say this, the grime and slime that he throws up everywhere that you have to shoot, that I just shot a second ago, the reason it's going down in 1 or 2 hits is because I'm using the Magnum. That stuff is actually pretty tough versus, you know, other guns. Just lost a second there by missing. But that's okay, we'll make up for it with Moreau's fight. Right after Moreau's fight, we're going to check the... we're going to check out the situation with our timing. See if we are ahead or behind last night's record. Personal record, by the way. I have not set any world records. I'm not a placeholder. There are plenty of better speedrunners out there than me. But it's something that I like to do. If my speedrun doesn't impress you, that's okay. I have fun doing it. I do hope you guys have fun watching our videos. We put a lot of time and effort into making them. It takes a lot of game knowledge to do a speed run. My first attempt at a speed run was somewhat pitiful, in all honesty. 2 hours and 46 minutes. I kind of blame it on my restriction, but at the same time I think I could have done better. So that's the sluice gate password. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up, drain that, and we're gonna head right out to the right here through this door. We're gonna meet Moreau and send him to his grave. Now I'm gonna say probably gonna take 2 or 3 shots from the Magnum, but we should kill him pretty quickly. And he's dead. So we're gonna skip there, and we are right where we need to be. We are 6 minutes ahead of time from last night's record, which is really good. So if we can continue to save time and keep moving forward as fast as possible, I will beat my personal record today. Heisenberg is next. Well, I say Heisenberg is next, but in all honesty, he's not. The Stronghold is actually next. And we will have to fight Urius again. I know I killed him in the opening cutscene of this game when I was trying to trigger... Well, it wasn't the cutscene. I was trying to trigger the cutscene where you get shot in the leg with an arrow. I'll go ahead and take a swig of beer. I was trying to trigger the cutscene, and I killed him during that event, or that encounter. Again, these leather things and this rope, this is the side that we're going to want to exit on. Might only save us like half a second, but half a second is better than no seconds. We've been saving seconds all game long because we are 6 minutes ahead of last night's record, and that's really exciting for me. I'm very proud of myself right now. I hope if you guys are watching and enjoying this video that you choose to subscribe and hit that notifications bell and like the video. When you interact with our videos, that helps stimulate YouTube's algorithm. It also helps our channel. We need 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers before YouTube will partner with us. And that is our goal. 1,000 subscribers, and to get partnered with YouTube, 4,000 watch hours. I imagine it'll take the rest of this year to make that happen. But we are working hard, and I really hope you guys enjoy this content. It takes a lot of hours. It takes me 2 hours just to do this speed run, and then I have to go back, edit the video, make sure that the audio lines up with the video. I have to add in stuff that you guys enjoy, like comical stuff, like funny sounds or screenshots, stuff like that, just to make it more interesting. And at this point in time, I'm really not that great. I don't have a lot of experience editing. I actually just acquired some new editing skills last night, and I was able to put that to use in the Manhunter. I don't know why I said Manhunter. Go check out our Man-Eater video. If you don't know what Man-Eater is, you're missing out. It is a game where you are a bull shark. You get to play as a shark. And they call it Man-Eater for a reason. You are a shark that has developed a taste for human blood. Human flesh. And once you've developed that taste, you do not want to go back. At least according to the game lore. I'm just trying to get this door to open up by distracting the lichens as much as possible. I don't want to get caught by them. I don't want to get attacked by them or grabbed, because everything that happens during this run negatively affects my time. Everything bad that happens. So if I get attacked or if I die, it doesn't necessarily mean the run is dead, but I lose time. Whether it's a few seconds or a few minutes. So the best thing to do, use your environment, use your know-how, attack relentlessly, don't let these guys grab you. I'm glad I freaked out there and hit the pause, because he was about to grab me. So up here, probably what we'll do is just go ahead. See, I was going to say, let's go ahead and fight our way through here. But I messed up. I'm not going to pick up any of that stuff like I did last night. Because I made a mistake there. I got too carried away, got too excited. So I'm not going to pick anything up that I picked up last night. I'm just going to keep moving through the stronghold. This part slows you down here because you have to slow crawl through the wall. Okay, so we're pretty close to the end of the game. Right now we're about to fight Urius. I can't remember his last name, but he's the big lichen with the hammer. Just gonna try to piss him off a little bit. Get him to jump down here. Just gonna run. Finish him off that way. And then head out. Pretty quick fight. I'd say 30-40 seconds, maybe tops. I'm gonna grab Heisenberg's flask. Get through the cutscenes. And get out of here. Mistake I made last night. I'm not gonna make it again, hopefully. Alright. Anyway, like I was saying before, Maneater videos, I've got 2 episodes out right now. Maneater Let's Play Part 1 with Psybermon Gaming, and then there's a Part 2. Part 1 shows my complete lack of editing skills. I didn't do anything to edit except line up the audio with the video, and it shows. Part 2 is much more interesting, at least to me, because I was able to actually edit the video by adding some images. I was able to add a sound file at the end. So I'm actually proud of the work that I did with that video. It may not be that impressive in comparison to other content creators, or even my brother George. He's got a little more experience on the editing side than I do. And eventually I'll get there, but right now I'm doing what I can and just hoping for the best, hoping you guys enjoy the content. George is definitely a better editor than I am, but then again, so far I feel like I've been, putting in just as much work. I feel like my content is fantastic. So we each have our talents, and that's why we're working together. We have been working solo on some projects, and then on the weekends we've been trying to get together and work on some videos. We both work a lot of Saturdays. Right now I have a little time off, so I'm working on these videos as much as I can. If you guys have any suggestions, and I know this is kind of late in the video to be saying something like this, but if you guys have any suggestions or videos that you want to see, or games that you want to see played, or like a style of content that you like. So if you don't like speedruns, say that you like a walkthrough because you're not, that great at video games, or you're not great at solving puzzles, or maybe you're just stuck on something and you need help, and Psybermon is there for you. Psybermon Gaming is there for you. We want to put out quality videos. We want to put out stuff that you enjoy. You guys are the ones that make this stuff happen. I can make videos all day long, but if people don't watch them, if people don't subscribe to the channel, if people don't enjoy the content that we make, then it's all for nothing. Okay, Heisenberg. This is Heisenberg's factory. It's bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside, and that's because most of it is underground. So at this point in the game, which if you've played this game before, you know exactly what's going on. If you've watched videos before, you know exactly what's going on. Heisenberg is not on the same team as the other bosses we've fought. He's not on the same team as Mother Miranda. He actually wanted to team up with you and use Rosemary's abilities to defeat Miranda. Now, Ethan has a bad taste in his mouth from all these people who have been trying to attack him and his family, what with the Bakers back in the United States, and now with Mother Miranda and her crew. And he's just got a bad taste left in his mouth from everything that's happened to him and Mia. Now, Mia is still missing at this point. And again, spoiler, she is still alive at the end of this game. You know that because you go into Miranda's lab when you are playing as Chris. And she is actually trapped inside Miranda's lab. Now, we don't know why Miranda kept her around. It's actually mentioned at one point that really Mia did not serve any purpose for Mother Miranda after she swapped places with her during the beginning of the game. So we assume that Mia is dead. However, we know that Rosemary is alive. The Duke told us that Rosemary was alive. These doors are going to be the death of me. We find out that Rose has been divided up between the flasks. I used the flasks at the Giant's Chalice to remove it from the altar and carry it to the Giant's, well, the ceremony site, regardless. It was the ceremony site. Not even gonna fool with that guy. I'm gonna go ahead and use the mold here for the relief, and then exit through that door over there. Go ahead and do that. Enemy up here. Now that door is not necessary. It's not necessary to destroy these cranks. You can run past them. Now, killing these guys might benefit you a little bit. I did get hit by that last one. But I did save time by not destroying and not fighting my way through. So I don't feel like I lost anything there. I could improve that though. When we come back through, this guy here on the left at the very end is going to go, he's going to come alive. That's okay, we will have to confront some of the enemies. I mean, that's what this game is pretty much about. You're confronting the people who have taken a shit on you. We're going to go ahead and unlock this. Come back through. Here he is. I'll go ahead and kill him. Get through this door here. And we're going to make another mold for the cog. A large cog. And then we're going to stick our large cog inside. Wheel it around. Spit on it. Make sure it's nice and warm. Backup generator. Now, you want to do this kind of quickly because you want to run down through here and get past this part into this door. Keep moving. Get past that guy. Come up these stairs. And now this guy, you're going to want to kill him. Get through this door. Now this part is a little bit trickier. You do gotta go all the way around. There's a guy up here with shit on his back. You can get over here and open this door as quickly as possible. Block if you want to. If you think you're going to get hit, call in the elevator. It's not an elevator, it's just a platform, but it does move up and down, clearly. And when we bust up through here, there's an enemy. Another door. Open that door as quickly as possible. Get that guy to screw off. This is where you meet Sturmy, the Sturmy boy, for the first time. I'm not going to turn around so you can see him. Well, actually, this is the second time, but I skipped the cutscene the first time. So we're going to run through here and pull up the elevator. And then go to our right. We're not going to wait on the elevator. Just going to go up here this ladder. I don't even know that the elevator is necessary to pull right there, but I do not want to get to the top floor and have to come back down here just to pull the elevator. That'll kill the run. Anyway, back to Sturmy boy. He is basically an airplane engine with legs. I say with legs because he actually cut off his arms with his own propeller. Now here we're going to skip the ladder. We're going to jump straight down. Told you I hate ladders. Go through this door. Now there are some fairly sizable enemies up here. We are going to kill them. Trying to trigger them to come through. I'm going to go ahead and shoot these while I have a chance. I don't want to have to come back down the stairs. Okay, so the first two guys are going to pop up right here. And that one's dead. Gonna block. Dead. That should be it as far as enemies. I know in the Village of Shadows difficulty there are a few more enemies. Very annoying aspect of that difficulty. And I did exactly the thing that I said I didn't want to do, and that was have to go back. At least we didn't have to go back very far. See, I get to talking, get ahead of myself, and I make small mistakes that cost me a few seconds. It's not going to kill the run, but I definitely could improve if I was not talking. Here I go talking again and running the wrong way. Okay. Clear my head. No more mistakes. I've only had one beer, so I know I'm not tipsy. Okay. Again, same theme here. We're shooting literally every red shiny button we come across. I'm assuming that everyone who says their speedrun is under, like, if they say their speedrun is sub hour 30, I'm assuming that they're glitching, that they're taking advantage of glitches. Like the glitch in Castle Domitresque where you blow yourself through the wall and skip straight to Lady Domitresque's fight. And I say that because right now we're sitting at an hour 35. In-game time. And we've still got to fight not only Heisenberg, but Sturmy Boy and Miranda. Which the Sturmy Boy is not going to take very long. Miranda's not going to take very long. The problem is going to be the Heisenberg fight because you have to trigger a cutscene. 2, actually, I believe. It still won't take very long, but I'm gonna head straight over basement 4. I'm gonna be exiting this side. What we gotta do is we gotta make our way back down to the very bottom floor where we were making molds, or we were using molds to make items. So we made the cog, we made the relief of a horse, and now we're going to go make Heisenberg's key. There is an optional item called it's one of the balls. There's sword, flower and sword ball is Lady Domitresque. The mermaid ball is Morel. And actually I really should be killing that guy, so I'm just going to run back into him. Okay, he's dead. But here's another one. Oh, he got one-shotted. That's good. Okay. Okay, how did we miss that? Okay, I've really screwed myself over here. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go back and do it. Okay, we lost some time there. I'm really ashamed of myself, really disappointed. Hopefully we can make up for it during the Sturmy Boy fight and Heisenberg's fight, because that was a lot of time wasted. I don't even know if we're still going to be on track to beat my original record. We will see. As long as it's under 2 hours. My original record was 1 hour, 59 minutes, 59 seconds, which is 1 second shy of 2 hours. I barely beat the 2 hour or sub 2 hour challenge. This has set me back, certainly. Definitely sitting here talking to myself. Doesn't help at all. But if I sat here and didn't talk the whole video, it wouldn't be much content, would it? I'm not going to make excuses. I'm just going to cut my losses there and try to make up for the time now, from now on. Now there will be some enemies up here. Should be at least 2 enemies to encounter. They are the heavy armored soldats. That made up for some time right there. And there should be one more soldat here. Alright, that one went down. Yes, we made up a few seconds there from last night's run, so it may not be the minute or so that we lost here, but we definitely made up for some time. There's an achievement for shooting down a soldat from the assembly line. I cannot believe I whiffed Heisenberg's key. Can't believe that I did that. Okay, time for the fight with Sturmy Boy. He is invulnerable to attack from the front, so we're gonna cheese him as best as possible. He should be fairly dead right now. Yes, he is dead. Sturmy Boy fight went down without a hitch, and we're headed upstairs to Heisenberg. Heisenberg's fight is next. We are going to encounter him in a cutscene where he knocks us back all the way to the bottom of the factory. But we encounter Chris Redfield, who gives us the capability of defeating Heisenberg. Alright. So let's get out of here. Let's go meet Chris. Get our game changer. I'm gonna skip the cutscene here. Alright, we're gonna hold. Hop in. We are going to skip the cutscene, head straight to the elevator. The elevator scenes suck. Elevator rides do give us an opportunity to take a drink or send a text if you have to. I just texted my brother George. He was complimenting me on my editing from the Man-Eater video, part 2. Like I said, I am not a very talented editor. I'm going to put a lot of time and effort into editing this speed run for you guys. It's going to take some time, but George has a video planned for tomorrow, and I plan on releasing this video as soon as the editing is complete. So definitely should have saved that cannon fire. Actually, this fight is going much better than it did last night, to be honest. Doing like a lot more accurate shots here. I think the cutscene has been triggered. Yes, it sure has. Basically what he's going to do is use his power to manipulate electromagnetic fields and get me out of this tank, basically. Okay, so you fire the cannon. This little cutscene can't be skipped, unfortunately. He tries to saw your dick off. Doesn't work. Alright, that's that. I'm gonna trigger another cutscene where he tries to go all out. Once this fight is over, we go straight into Chris Redfield's section. I have infinite ammo for the Dragoon as well, so that section will be fairly easy. The only time-consuming part will be trying to destroy the Megamycete tendrils and the fight with Urius. You have to fight Urius one more time, or Urius's cousin or brother or something. Another big lichen, this time with a giant mace, like a battle mace. you'll see it when we get there. But the only reason that fight takes so long is because I don't think you can kill him with your gun. I think you actually have to use it's some kind of explosive that they drop from an airstrike, and you have to wait until your computer NPC guys are ready. The guy driving the airplane, basically. Now this part can be skipped, but I've found that it can only be skipped once the cell phone is open up. So now we are playing as Chris Redfield. He is a fan favorite. He has appeared in many games, has been the protagonist of, I believe, 2 or 3 games. Resident Evil 5, for sure. He was a main character. So, as you can see, we have infinite ammo for the Dragoon. We're going to try to keep this sucker loaded, though, because it does run out of ammo fast. It only has a 30-round clip, and that you cannot upgrade this weapon like that. The only thing available for this weapon is infinite ammo. And while it is a fantastic gun, it does have one weakness. It's not very incredible for large groups, especially in Village of Shadows. Now, single target, this weapon does insane damage. If I remember correctly, it's 350 damage per round. So at 30 round clip, 3 times, or 30 times 35, which if you do 3, 90 plus 15 is 105, and then just add 2 zeros. Oh yeah, I forgot. I actually like using grenades for this part. I don't know if I can hurt myself with a grenade or not. So now, these are the Megamycete tendrils. We are going to destroy these tendrils. I'm going to go ahead and reload. I'm going to save that last grenade because there's a few waves of this swarm, and you don't want to get caught with your pants down. There are some big armor-wearing lichens ahead of us, and you do not want to be... Okay, so he's reloaded now. We're just going to take care of these lichens in front of us, because there we go. So it's going to take one more hit from that. Okay, so that's one of the big guys. I'm going to go ahead and tear him up. You want to kill the big ones as quickly as possible. Throw a grenade, that'll take care of a bunch of the little ones. Right here, we've got these guys pretty much taken care of. Alright. Now we're in a little bit of a pinch here because we're not reloaded. But we are going to strafe, that way we don't get hit with any arrows. And then we're just going to run forward as quickly as possible, re-equip our Dragoon, head towards the Megamycete underground, Here's where we encounter Urias's brother, or sister, or cousin, or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and trigger the boss fight. His weak spot is on his back. Shooting it does, I'm guessing, no damage because I shot this guy many times last night and he did not really flinch. He does stagger, but the dragoon apparently does not kill him. You do actually have to wait until the signal where you're able to actually use okay, so basically what we're going to do now, if this fails, okay, it did not fail, so we are actually good to go. I'll go ahead and put a clip in his back just to be extra safe. And now we're going to head out.
I'll keep going. The rest of you, stay above ground. So if your brain was to fake you, where's the real? I doubt she's so any further useful. I don't get any of this. How did Miranda even know Rose exists? And the little bird told her, maybe? We can figure that out later. Focus on the plan.
Alright. Mega My Seat. We don't actually do anything to the Mega My Seat except throw some explosives on it. I don't know why we're moving so slowly. Probably because we're chatting with our team. But once we get up here, we're going to rescue Mia. This is Miranda's lab. There's a lot of interesting reads and pictures and stuff like that up here, but we are skipping and getting the hell up out of here. We're also going to skip the next part where Ethan is dead and coming back to life, and then we're going to skip his little chat with Evelyn. I don't know if you remember Evelyn from the last game, but she was a bioweapon. I believe she was actually responsible for killing Ethan in the last game. And that's right. Spoiler alert, Ethan has been dead this whole time. The reason that Ethan is animated rather than dead, so Ethan is undead right now, is because, like I said earlier, Ethan is a moldy bastard. If you've played this game or know anything about it, you know that the mold was the reason why the bakers were so crazy in the last game. It's also the reason why this stuff is going down here. The mold and the Mega My Seat and Mother Miranda. Come on, let's skip the pleasantries here. Let's move along. I'm moving as fast as I can. Ethan typically does not want to run along this part. There we go. Speed it up a little bit. I'm shooting these guys so they don't get in my way. And now we're going to fight Miranda. We're going to skip the cutscene. This is going to be a quick fight. Miranda is not hard. You just have to run her through these phases where she transforms back and forth. And the fight is over. All we gotta do is cut these tendrils and shoot her in the face. Okay. So now, I shoot her. As many times as possible to trigger the last cutscene. And that's it. That's the end of the run. We are going to skip through the cutscenes and see what our timing is. Okay, according to the in-game timer, we had 1 hour, 56 minutes, and a few seconds. I will go back and get a screenshot of that. Or a video clip. I can't believe I blasted through that last bit, but let's go back. Let's look at the capture gallery for Resident Evil. Last 15 minutes of gameplay. Okay, we're gonna have to go. Okay. It didn't even... It didn't even show us. But if we back up right here, I'm gonna go through. Let's look through the Miranda fight here. Just before we go in. 1:55:25 was the timer. At this point, the fight was over. I know that I paused it at some point here because I saw 1:56. Okay, it was right at the end where she died. Okay, right there. 1:56:13. When this game is over. Minute 56:17 there at that cutscene. Minute 56:19 right there. That's it. I'm gonna call it at 1:56, or a minute, an hour 26. Hour 26. Let me clear my brain here because I'm just going insane right now. 1 hour, 56 minutes, 20 seconds. New personal record for me. That is your sub 2 hour, any percent, new game plus, glitchless speedrun. Anyway, that's all for this video. I can't wait to see you guys in the next. And once again, I know I've asked about 50 times, but go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notifications bell, because you will not regret getting notifications to our content. Alright, catch you on the next round.